Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to answer your questions about Lost Ark. I have so many of you asking me so many questions, and they're so good questions also that I just collected a bunch of them and today I'm gonna answer. Really nice job guys asking these kinds of questions, because these are the videos that I love to do the most, in which I give you exactly the information that you just want to hear straight off the bat. I also want to say a huge thanks to those of you who are mad lads enough and have subscribed to my channel with the paid membership that I have, the new feature, the join button right here. Super appreciated. Thank you so much guys. You're now part of my pirate crew, and we can yar together the high seas. The first set of 10 questions I want to answer come from Miraculum, and he's asking, number 1, what to do the instant you hit level 50? Really good question. I'm gonna tell you, answer what I would do when the game is gonna come out in the West and I would hit 50. I would finish all my yellow quests and light blue quests in Bern. I would do 4 Chaos Dungeons, 1 run of Urunil, 1 run of Lumerus, which is the first and second boss of tier 1 raiding, just for the extra box with Acrasium. After which, I would have probably a full set of accessories and armor from these two places. If not, I can craft myself a piece of whatever armor I'm missing. I would re-roll my stats so that I can have them really nice on myself, and then right after, either I would jump into PvP straight away, or I would go to collect Mokoko seeds all over the world, because I really want to have the boat from the Mokoko seed merchant, because this boat has a sailor on it that gives you level 3 shipwreck hunting, and with that sailor and that boat I would start doing shipwrecks on the sea, and with that waste my energy of luck on the sea. I love doing shipwrecks. It's the thing that I love to do the most on the sea, and this is why I would either jump into Mokoko seeds or straight into PvP the second I hit 50. Arguably you need to, I would think about, if I level to 50 in the same day, which is probably gonna happen, I would only have like 3 Shilling orders, so I wouldn't worry that, oh my god, I'm having 10 and I wouldn't waste them. But I would, if I would take 3 days to level and I would already be close to having 10 of them, I would definitely go do some cubes or some towers as well. This is what I would do the second I would hit 50. How important is the main quest at level 50? Do you have to end it? Absolutely not. You have to finish all the blue quests in Bern from the main quest, but after that, when they send you to Rania village or to back to Corona Harbor and then to Rania village from here, you don't need to do this for now, for the beginning. Of course, Shoeshire is a nice continent that also is part of the main story quest. There is merchants here that you can get some good affinity with, and they give you some nice rewards. Like for example, there's a sailor for your boat called Popo. He's a wolf and he automatically loots things for you on the sea. Really nice thing to have. And also, not to mention the fact that you need to finish your blue quest in order to get to Rohendel when this is going to become available, which is the next continent in line after the basic version of the game. So yeah, yes and no, really, you have time. There's no need to hurry with them. Can awaken, how do I learn it, what it is? So the awakening skill is this skill that every class has access to. You learn it by visiting Beatrice. Beatrice you visit by using Music of Tricion. The moment you've gotten to level 50, that moment you can go to Tricion, talk to Beatrice, she gives you a purple quest, and then you do that particular quest, and this is how you get your awakening skill. And not only that, very important, the awakening skill quest also gives you access to your special, let's call it level 50 skill for your class. So you have to do the awakening skill quest because you get an extra skill as well, which for most classes is really important. And for most classes the awakening skill is really important, yeah, especially for PvPing. The next question, can I just jump to arena? Do I need some gear before that? Stone is important, but where to get it fast? These stones you get from all sorts of places. I've talked about them in my accessory guide. You can get a fast stone by doing the Tower of Challenge. Tower of Challenge is this dungeon right here in the Shilling order place. I think at level 10 it's really easy to pass. You can pass level 10 when you're level 35 so it's really easy to get. You can get one of those there. You can disenchant some of the Chaos Dungeon gear that you get and hope to get lucky for some of those stones. There is an Epona, a daily quest that you can do straight when you hit 50. It's this one right here. It gives you 2 of these per Epona finish, so that day you can do this to get a really quick stone. It just takes 10 minutes. Other than that, in terms of gear, yes, you should look into speccing your stats the right way for PvP before you jump into arenas. It's really not fun at all when you're playing arenas with 300 subdue and 450 proficiency. It's really, you're just gonna hate it. So change your stats. It costs some shillings, but change them because it's a really nice thing to do. In terms of gear, you don't need a specific item level when you want to jump into arena, but just doing 3 or 4 chaos dungeons a day in your first day after you hit 50 gives you all of the pieces, or almost all of the pieces. You get to item level 280, that's all you need. Next question is how do I get the minimum item level for chaos dungeon? I don't think there's such a thing. You get to level 50 and the minimum item level is already passed by you, or I think they even removed it. I didn't really check. There's also, I didn't see any minimum item level on the first two bosses in tier 1 raiding, so you just finish 50, get to 50 and go there right away. Consumables for raids, do you have a video about it? No, I don't. Actually, a really good idea. Consumables for raids. In raids, there's consumables. Consumables get to be on your character right here. You have 4 spots and 4 spots only to add consumables for a raid. Obviously, one spot is gonna be filled with your potion, depending on which percent you wanna use. The better the potion, the more you get HP. So potion is one very important consumable. Other than the potion, I recommend you have 2 items for that boss. Some bosses, most bosses in raiding, they require specific consumables to be used. For example, if you want a consumable that dispels you, then you should use some of these panaceas. You should have this if you know that that raid boss puts a debuff on you. If you know that that raid boss spawns ads that you need to deal with by throwing fire on them, then Molotov cocktails, these ones right here, this is also really good to have. So 2 slots I recommend being filled with potion and a utility item, a utility consumable, which is this one right here, the signal flare. Unless someone in your group has a full raiding set, you don't see where the boss is. This is really good to have as a second piece here in your slots, because this shows where the boss is. And how usually it works is that when you get inside the raid in a party, everyone has a number on the left when they get to be in a party, and then the guy who's number 1 uses this signal flare first, and then the guy who gets number 2 uses second. And this is randomly generated by the system whenever you enter a raid, so you don't have to worry about that, you know, some guy always gets to be 4th and you always have to use it because you're 1st. So these 2, and then the second 2 I recommend specifically for the boss you're fighting. How do you know what the boss needs? I'm gonna link you a website in the description of this video. It's called Infolao. If you click on a raid boss there, it tells you everything about it, including what additional items you should have. There are some really nice ones, and then there's some whatever ones as well. Number 7, legacy system. Can you briefly explain it? Yeah, so the legacy system is hidden behind my cam here. It's this purple bar, and they've changed it from doing achievements to get these legacy system perks to actually just playing the game and getting the legacy system box. So it's this system right here, inherited power translated by the patch. The more you play the game, the more stats you get on your character, main stats and a little bit of HP, nothing game breaking. At one point specific levels you get some cash of currency, and then at the end of a tier you get some nice wallpaper, which is the actual super nice reward. Yeah, same thing goes here. You get a key. This key, what do you do with this key? You unlock more slots right here. If I would want to unlock this particular slot, I need exactly this key. So this key is very valuable. The more you play the game, you can have 2 extra spots to teleport to around the world. So this is really nice. It's nice. It's a nice change. Right now it rewards people for playing the game. Before, it rewarded people for doing achievements, which was really a little bit kappa, but I got used to that. This for me is bizarre. Just a regular system overall, nothing really special about it. Are warlords and bards that important for dungeons? Do I need them? No, you don't need any of these classes. You don't need any specific class, to tell you the truth. Warlords and bards obviously are the 2 supportive classes of the game. So having a bard in your group makes every form of PvE trivial. Having a bard in your 3v3 pre-made in PvP can make a huge impact for you in that PvP arena if the bard is good. However, just having one doesn't mean you're gonna have that content be trivialized, doesn't mean it's gonna be easy for you. every player on every class needs to know what they're doing and when to do it. If a bard is just a bard there and just with the class but not the skill behind the keyboard, it's not gonna make any difference. But a bard is useful, very useful. A bard is more useful than a warlord, just saying. Even though they can taunt the bosses occasionally and turn them around, maybe cancel a little bit of mechanics there, really not that important. A bard much more value for your group. If I do an alt, do I have to do the main quest all over again? Yes, you do. Where should I spend my shilling? Thanks a lot, mate. Thank you so much, dude, for the questions. Where should you spend your shillings? Well, there's like a million places to spend shillings on. You can spend shillings on buying these particular potions. Very important. You can spend shillings on buying the awakening, the chaos shards, right? For the awakening skill, so you can use it. Very important. Shillings also allow you to reroll your stats. Very important. There's a lot of crafting mats that you can buy with shillings. There is combat items that you can buy with shillings, which I'm gonna go there right away. So shillings is a super important currency. These are the combat items, for example. You can reset your skill build also with shillings. So they're really nice. Enchanting, polishing takes shillings. The next question comes from Mikal, and he's asking, what's the difference in between item level 280 and 400 in the Russian arenas? This difference is exactly on the border of you not feeling it, but right there. If he would be 410, I believe you would already start to feel it. But like this, I think you're good to go. Leo is asking, thanks for the videos, save 15% using your code for exit lag. My man, is PvP mandatory in this game for more power, or can I stick to PvE only? Actually, PvP is not mandatory. PvE is mandatory and PvP is optional. PvP doesn't give you anything that you couldn't get from PvE. It's the other way around. Deimantas Rogue is saying, which has bigger player base, Russian or Korea? Great question again. This is Korea in their prime hour right now, today, and this is Russia in their prime hour right now, today. As you can see, the difference is that Russia has 3 servers, out of which 2 of them are low population, and Korea has 6 servers where all of them are almost full. Another thing to keep in mind is that Korea is after a year of Lost Ark, which after a year the interest generally in an MMORPG drops down compared to how they started. This is how Korea actually started Lost Ark. They had somewhere around 12 servers. So now in hype time Russia, right in the first month when the game started, they have 1 full server and 2 empty ones. Korea still has 6 full ones after a year. The game is much less popular in Russia than it is in Korea, to answer your question. And DSN is asking which server you're playing on in the Russian version. It's this one right here that you see on the screen. Borislav Shopov is saying, is there a pure 1v1 mode in Korean version? Not 3v3, not 1v1v1, just 1v1. And what are the ranked modes in Korea? There is no pure 1v1 inside an arena. You can do 1v1 by dueling a person, which is a pretty kappa mode in Lost Ark, because you have a radius, quite small radius, outside which if you go, the duel just automatically ends. So no, there is no organized 1v1 mode in Lost Ark. And what is the ranked mode in Korea? It's the 3v3 team deathmatch, which is the only PvP mode that should be ranked or street legal in that sense in Lost Ark, because the 1v1v1 mode is simply just for fun, or just to hang out with your friends, just have a relaxing stream or whatever. It's not competitive. And these were all your questions, guys, that I picked up. If you have any other questions that you would like me to answer in one of those videos, please drop them in the comments below. I will pick them and I will make a list of them, and maybe next week I'm gonna make another video such as this one if you guys enjoy it. And yeah, I see that you like it. I love doing these videos because it answers specifically your needs, whatever you want to know. No random extras included. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope this was useful to you. Until my next video, I wish you lots of love, take it easy, and stay safe.